Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel for this special transmission, March 10th, 1959. That was the day that the Tibetans rose up against the Chinese army, the CCP, the PLA, and this is remembered in the annals of Tibet as the National Uprising Day. I beg your pardon for taking that short while to show you the slide. So there have been protests all over the world. You may have seen some articles in websites and online magazines about what has been happening across the world. Today, I'm going to tell you about the various places in the United States where protests took place. There were 7 cities where the protests took place. I'm going to show you some pictures also. First off, in California, there was in the city of Richmond, there was a protest, flag hoisting and protest rally in front of the city hall. In Berkeley, there was a flag hosting and protest rally. The venue was the University of California, Berkeley. There were about 50 plus people participating. In Richmond, there were 100 plus people. And I'll show you some pictures so you get an idea of the amount of people who have showed up despite inclement weather. In San Francisco, there was a flag hoisting at the San Francisco City Hall. There was a protest in front of the Chinese consulate, San Francisco. The protest was led by Tiananmen Square leader 𝙒𝙗𝙤𝙦, and protest and candlelight vigil in Union Square, San Francisco as well. And there were close to 100 plus. There were close to 500 plus. And again, I'll show you the picture so you get a sense of how many people were there. In Los Angeles, there was a protest in front of the Chinese consulate, and there were close to 45 plus people. That there's more. In Portland, Oregon, there was a rally at Pioneer Square. The protest was in front of the Chinese consulate. Also in Vancouver, the participation was close to 150 plus people. In Seattle, Washington, there was a protest at the I-5 bridge. The protests are also there in front of the Chinese consulate, and the participants were close to 15 people. And in Salt Lake City, Utah, there was a protest at the Capitol, and the participants were more than 30 people. And here are some pictures so you get an idea. This appears to be Richmond. I could be wrong about that, but this is definitely Richmond. You can see the city hall at the backdrop. Then this, I don't know exactly where this is, and I'm just going to take a pass. Some of you who may know this city, you can send in by way of comments where this is. And then you have the March in 20th, the Tibet movement, March 10th, June Tibet movement. There's a big banner there. This is again another city hall, and you have them marching in protest. This is another city. I don't know which city it is. This definitely looks like Utah. I could be wrong again, but it definitely looks like Utah. And you can see it's a very, very cold day, and there are still people who are coming out in big numbers to protest. And there you can see it is raining very, very heavily, but the flag is high and protests are going on. Finally, in the Union Square, San Francisco, you had a lot of people. Of course, they are not showing themselves up because 500 plus is a lot of people. So this is what has been happening in across various cities in San Francisco. And I want to tell all our friends that Tibet is still in exile. The government is formed in exile. We all know that Dalai Lama lives in Dharamshala. He's the religious and spiritual head of the Tibet, the country of Tibet, and they really need our help in this need of the hour. The United States Congress is beginning to move some resolutions, especially trying to support the idea of an autonomous region of Tibet, but that might still be within the confines of the CCP. Of course, these kinds of videos will, upset the CCP, but who cares? Emperor Xi can go and hang his hat wherever he wants. We want to tell you what is happening. These are all protests that took place today. And thanks for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. And namaskar.